best CEO in the land, a person that has a heart for the business community and truly cares about how Southern Nevada and all of Nevada operate. So, Mary Beth Seawall, the president and CEO of the Vegas Chamber, could you come up?
Wow. Trustee Brian Thornton for Public Services. Thank you so much, Trustee Thornton. Oh my goodness. When have I had an introduction like that, sir? I appreciate that. Wow. Thank you all for being here and welcome. Welcome to our event today. We are very excited to be able to present this event for you today. I wanted to let you know one thing before we do get started, that our local media, we have a lot of local media today, and that just is a testament to the importance of the conversation that we're going to have today. This event is going to be live streamed by our own local KVVU Fox 5, our local Fox affiliate. So thank you all, and you'll probably be able to see that on the air later, and also I'm sure you can check it out on their website as well. So, good morning, everyone. Just wanted to welcome you today. Thank you all for joining us for the Vegas Chamber's North Las Vegas Mayoral Candidates Debate. I also want to send a very, very special thank you to North Las Vegas Mayor Pamela Goins-Brown for joining us today and for your amazing leadership throughout your tenure as mayor for the city of North Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Mayor Pamela. Your leadership has truly been pivotal for us, not only in North Las Vegas, but throughout all of Southern Nevada. And I can't tell you what your partnership has meant to us, because it has truly been a partnership that has been mutually beneficial. And the Chamber has really taken a leadership role in making sure that we are serving the communities across Southern Nevada. As one of the fastest growing cities in our entire region, the decisions made by its next mayor are truly going to have a lasting impact on economic development, on workforce opportunities, and of course the overall business climate. And as the Chamber of Commerce, not only for Las Vegas, but also for North Las Vegas as well, we at our organization are committed to making sure that this business community is informed, that it is engaged, and that is committed to understanding the leaders who are shaping our communities. So hosting this debate is really a big part of that commitment, and to providing a platform for respectful conversation and dialogue about the issues that matter most. So I want to thank both of our candidates who are with us here today and for their willingness to participate in this conversation, and also, of course, to our moderator today, who I will be introducing in just a moment, Ms. Betsy Fretwell. And now, before we begin, please silence your cell phones and electronic devices as a courtesy today, and please rise and join me as we salute our country with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Before I introduce our moderator for today's mayoral debate, I'd like to recognize a few of our elected officials who are in attendance with us today. Thank you all for taking the time to join us. Ms. Senator Dina Neal is with us today. Thank you so much. We also have Assembly members Lisa Cole, Tanya Flanagan, Venice Karras, and Brittany Miller in the house today. Thank you all. North Las Vegas Council members Ruth Garcia Anderson and Richard Churchio. Thank you all for being with us as well. We also have a few important Vegas Chamber events to share with you, and we hope you will join us for our Cocktails and Conversations event with North Las Vegas Mayor Pamela Goins-Brown. That is happening on May 4th at Carve Prime Rib right here at Cannery Casino Hotel. Thank you so much, Mayor Pamela. You want to join us for that? Also, Mac Night Out. That is a great event that the Chamber hosts. It's put on by our Military Affairs Committee. That is happening on May 15th at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort Casino. And that's really an opportunity for you to show your appreciation for Nevada's military men and women who serve our country. So Mac Night Out on May 15th. Also, join us on June 24th at the World Market Center for the Vegas Chamber's Business Expo. If you have never been to this, I highly recommend it. It's a place where you can connect with more than 1,000 of your local businesses to generate leads and to enjoy chamber chats, and that is just an event you also don't want to miss. And last but certainly not least, if you have never been to the Vegas Chamber's Washington, D.C. fly-in, that is happening this September. Yes, we are already planning ahead to September. September 14th through the 18th, and rooms are almost sold out, so you definitely want to get registered for that. I also want to send a huge thank you and shout out to Vegas Chamber past chairman of the board, Paul Anderson, for helping us with this room today. Isn't this a great venue? And I want to thank the team at the Cannery. Thank you all for your support today. All right, and now please join me in welcoming to today's debate our great moderator, Vegas Chamber. She's the past chairwoman of the Board of Trustees at the Vegas Chamber. She's also the founder of Sea Forward Strategies. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Ms. Betsy Frutwell.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here, and thank you all for taking the time to join us this morning for this very important forum slash debate. We'll see how it goes, I suppose. You know, the city of North Las Vegas has really become a rising star in our region. All of the cities fought back from the Great Recession, got through the pandemic, and North Las Vegas really is a beacon of promise for the future, experiencing incredible momentum. Everything from developing out their 135-acre medical campus, the first one of its type in North Las Vegas in more than 50 years, as well as revitalization of the core of the downtown area, hoping to build long-term sustainable growth. The next mayor obviously will be facing some critical decisions that will continue to shape the city's future, from economic development and workforce growth to housing and infrastructure. None of these are easy things to wrestle with. Strong leadership will require collaboration with this business community, those of you who are here and those who aren't able to attend this morning, our regional partners and residents to address these challenges and advance shared goals. This election is an opportunity to consider the direction of the city and the priorities that will guide its continued growth and prosperity. Understanding these issues and hearing directly from the candidates is so important and a key part of this process. By participating in this election, you can ensure that the voices of the community are reflected in the future policies and the decisions that these candidates and their city council colleagues will be making. Just as a reminder, early voting begins on May 23rd and runs through June 5th, and election day is June 9th. We encourage all of you to stay informed and make a plan to vote, and especially those in the circles around you. Now, before we bring the candidates out to the stage, I wanted to just share with you the guidelines for today's debate. The podium selection was determined by the highest card drawn from the deck. I actually had to shuffle the deck in the back. I might have dropped a few on the ground. The candidates gave me a little relief for that. The order of the speakers was also by a flip of a coin. Danielle won both of them. So she will be joining me at this podium, and she will be getting the first question. We're going to start with a 2-minute answer, we're going to start with an opening comment from each candidate, and then we're going to go into the Q&A format. It'll get each candidate a 2-minute moment to respond to the question. The second candidate, the following candidate, will then have a 1-minute response. And we'll go through that until we run out of time. Fair warning that my understanding as the moderator is that I don't necessarily have to cut them off as much this year because apparently the mics are going to be shut down at a certain time. So both candidates are fair warned as a result of that audio control, and it makes me have to be less mean. So I'm kind of happy about that. We built these questions around things that are important to the city of North Las Vegas. Many of the things that Mayor Pamela Goins-Brown has shared in her State of the City speeches over the years, as well as the things that are part of the strategic initiatives at the city and the city's budget. This debate is going to last about 45 minutes. And if you don't mind, so that we make sure that each of the candidates have an appropriate opportunity to respond within the time frame that I've laid out today, please hold your applause if you can. At the end, we're going to give each candidate 1 minute to do closing remarks before we wrap things up. So that's how it's going to go this morning. So let me introduce to you the two candidates today. Councilman Scott Black took office in 2017 and has been a part of the dramatic turnaround of the city of North Las Vegas. He wants to be mayor now, and Scott is prepared to lead the North Las Vegas city into even greater heights, in his own words, improving the quality of life and keeping his city safe. Scott was elected in 2017 to represent the citizens of Ward 3 in North Las Vegas, and then was elected to a second term in 2022. So please welcome Councilman Scott Black to the podium. Danielle Monroe Moreno currently represents North Las Vegas in the Nevada Assembly. She was the Speaker Pro Tem, Chair of Ways and Means, and is the Chair of the Nevada Democratic Party, the first Black woman to hold these positions, all at the same time. Her story is one of commitment to service, hard work, integrity, and a belief that we can work together to create a better community. Danielle has left her state position to seek this mayoral post in a leadership position for the city of North Las Vegas. Please welcome Danielle to the podium. So please, thank you both candidates for taking the time. I know Mary Beth said this. These aren't easy forums, but these are your people. And we're really excited to bring these issues forward and have them have better insights into you and the issues impacting North Las Vegas. And we're looking forward to the conversation today. So Danielle, as I mentioned, won the coin toss. So she gets to go first to introduce herself, and she will receive the first question. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Danielle, to make your opening remarks.
Thank you, Betsy, and thank you all for being here. Thank you to the Chamber and your membership. It is so nice to look out over this audience and see so many friendly faces, people who I've worked with for the last 10 years in the legislature, and even some that I've worked with in the community before serving in the legislature. As Betsy said, I am Danielle Monroe Moreno. I'm running to be your next mayor for the city of North Las Vegas because I believe my city needs leadership that understands how to grow our economy, support businesses, and deliver real results for our working families. My story is one of hard work, of grit, and service. I was adopted out of foster care and raised in a hardworking military family and built my life through service. I spent over 20 years in law enforcement right here in North Las Vegas, where I learned the importance of safety, accountability, teamwork, and how to get stuff done. As a former partner in a small business, I understand what it takes to make payroll, navigate regulations, and create opportunities. In the legislature, I focused on economic development, supporting small businesses, healthcare, and bringing federal dollars back to Nevada, and investing in our workforce and infrastructure to help strengthen our business climate. As chair of the Ways and Means Committee, I built consensus across systems. I helped lead our state through recovery from the pandemic, working with representatives at the federal, state, and local levels to stabilize our economy and support businesses through its uncertainty. North Las Vegas is growing. I love this city. It's where I've raised my family, where my grandchildren are going to school and being raised. It's an opportunity to be a destination location where families can grow, learn, and feel safe, where entrepreneurs can start their business, build a career, and enjoy life close to home. But that growth has to be responsible and work for everyone. I have lived in the city for over 30 years. I've worked for the city for 20 years, and I've served the city in the state legislature for the last 10. I am ready to serve as your next mayor on day one.
Thank you, Assemblywoman. All right, Scott Black.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to the Vegas Chamber. Thank you to Betsy for being our moderator today and for Danielle for being here. You know what, North Las Vegas, I'm from Southern Nevada. North Las Vegas became my home in 1980 when I was in 4th grade, when my single mom, my younger brother, and I moved to Cheyenne and Civic Center. Lived in some apartments for a while, moved close to Lincoln Elementary School, and quickly North Las Vegas became my home. My wife is from North Las Vegas, born and raised. We raised our daughter here, and now our 8-month-old grandbaby Lily is being raised here in North Las Vegas. I am truly committed to this community. I'm proud of the old North Las Vegas, and I'm truly proud of the North Las Vegas that I've had the privilege of working for and representing since 2017. When I joined the council in 2017, North Las Vegas was in its infancy of its recovery from the fiscal challenges that we had coming out of the Great Recession. And through that experience, I quickly learned from Mayor Lee at the time and Mayor Goins-Brown and Councilman Churchio and Councilman Barone of what it took to make a city great, to make a city grow, and to really be part of the story that we're here hopefully to tell today, and that I'm telling to people every day, is the remarkable turnaround of North Las Vegas. When I came here, we were struggling, and we've been thriving and growing ever since. We've invested in public safety, veteran services, small business investments, investments in education, investments in homeless services, affordable and attainable housing through affordable units. We've been really, really successful at moving the needle to elevate the quality of life for everyone in North Las Vegas. I have tremendous respect for anyone who runs for office. My opponent, Danielle, Assemblywoman Moreno, has served diligently in the legislature. That work is critically important to our state. However, it's 400 miles away from here. They meet every other year. I have been on the ground every day here in the city since 2017, serving as a councilman, as the mayor pro tem since 2022. I am ready to go on day one. I am so proud and thankful for the support of our current mayor, of Mayor Lee, of my council colleagues, of the police officers in North Las Vegas, the fire union in North Las Vegas, the employees that I work with, because the people that know North Las Vegas best are supporting me to become the next mayor of North Las Vegas. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Thank you both for your opening remarks. So, Assemblywoman, the first question is for you. The city of North Las Vegas has been ranked as the #1 city for opportunity in the nation, with over $1 billion in private annual investment. What specific policies will you implement to ensure this opportunity reaches every neighborhood, particularly those who haven't seen new development in decades?
Oh my goodness, thank you for the question, Betsy. It's what our motto is: every neighborhood, every voice, one city. That's what North Las Vegas is supposed to do. When you talk about those policies and you're out there knocking on the doors, North Las Vegas our leaders have done an amazing job, and thank you for that, because living in this city for 30 years, I've been able to see it go from there was nothing on Craig Road to getting our first Walmart and our first grocery store, then to see things close down. And in 2008, when we had to go through a downturn and we were laying off employees in the city that were actually residents of the city. So if you lay them off from their job, then they cannot pay their mortgage, and that impacted who we are as a city. As we look towards the future, we are on a momentum in North Las Vegas, and we can't take our foot off the gas. But that has to be, when we look at sustainable growth in North Las Vegas, when you talk about every voice, making sure that every neighborhood, whether you are north of Craig Road or south of Craig Road, knowing that you are important and might knock at the door, some of our residents feel like they've been left out because they are south of Craig Road. It's making sure that what I do now is have those stakeholder meetings so that everyone has a seat at the table and a voice in what we do. But we have an amazing staff in North Las Vegas. That is the asset of what makes North Las Vegas the great city that it is. It's the staff that we work with and making sure that their staff knows that they are supported. But we can't do anything alone. It is those public-private partnerships that are going to get us to the next phase in our growth and that momentum. But it's setting ourselves up to make it through whatever the next economic downturn is, because we know that there will be one. What is North Las Vegas going to do during that next economic downturn, and what can we do now to secure ourselves so that we weather it better? Those were the policies that I'll be working on.
Thank you so much. Councilman?
Thank you. I agree wholeheartedly with Danielle. We have amazing leadership in North Las Vegas. We have an incredible staff committed to do the work to serve the community. I'm one of those leaders. I've been a part of this for the last 9 years. And when you look at the entirety of North Las Vegas, sure, there are amazing growth opportunities. We have villages at Tule Springs. We have the development out by Apex. We have the Apex industrial area. But what about the neighborhood I grew up in? What about 89030? Those are areas of true importance with amazing residents that live in our community, call North Las Vegas home, and we're focusing on those neighborhoods as well. I'll give you an example. The Sparkle project for our Parks and Rec, we are literally investing millions of dollars in every city park south of Craig Road for that exact purpose, because every neighborhood in North Las Vegas deserves the amenities that the city is obligated, and me as the Mayor Pro Tem and hopefully the next mayor have the obligation and the opportunity to provide for these residents. We are literally in the last 2 months, we have opened up 2 programs under our redevelopment agency. As part of our redevelopment, out of time? All right.
Out of time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Rocking and rolling. Here we go. The clock rules.
Well, you
Thank
get to keep going because I'm going to ask you this next question.
Okay. Yes.
You just
yes.
have to pivot a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit.
Absolutely.
All right. So North Las Vegas is adding significant manufacturing capacity and recently broke ground on Apex Ridge Industrial Development. How will you balance this rapid industrial growth with the need to maintain air quality and manage increased heavy vehicle traffic on city roads?
Thank you. So the Apex industrial area has been on the horizon as an opportunity for North Las Vegas for decades. And in the last 9 years, the city leadership with partners in the private sector have done what I call, we've cracked the code on Apex. We've solved the Apex problem. That was utilities, infrastructure, and private and public partnership and investment. With those things, we've been able to literally turn 7,000 developable land acres into commerce, into industry, into development. Right now, as a member of the Southern Nevada Water Authority, I represent North Las Vegas, and I advocated for an $850 billion investment in Apex. But SNWA would not have made that investment had we not made a bold move back in 2018 to do a public-private partnership with a private developer to oversize the initial water line to bring the first drops of water to Apex. Fast forward to today, we have 10 million square feet of industrial space open and running. We have 15 million square feet of industrial space currently being built right now. Apex Ridge is one of those. And we also have 10 million feet that are in the pipeline for development. We are doing great things to build our economy, and Apex is the engine for that.
Thank you. Traffic. Quick follow-up.
Traffic is not something that North Las Vegas has the patent on. It's valley-wide. Cones are everywhere. We're going for if you come visit me at City Hall, it's going to be challenging for the next 9 to 12 months because of the repaving of Las Vegas Boulevard. We're making investments to make sure that we have a sound road network for people to come and go from home to work, for commerce, for industry to do what they have to do. We just completed a traffic study for the area of Apex Industrial Park to make sure that we have a cohesive, connected road network that's durable, that can withstand those heavy trucks, to be built to last, because the taxpayers will inherit that. We are not going to accept substandard infrastructure from the private developers. We're all on the same page in that.
Thank you. Your response, Assemblywoman.
Can you restate the question?
Oh,
for
of
me?
course. North Las Vegas is adding significant manufacturing capacity and recently broke ground on Apex Ridge Industrial Development. How will you balance this rapid industrial growth with the need to maintain air quality and manage increased heavy vehicle traffic on the city's roads?
Thank you for that, and I agree with the traffic. It's everywhere, but I like to say that those orange cones are our state flower, and that means that there's jobs in our communities when we see those cones. So traffic is something we're gonna have to live with for a while, but the end result is great, or will be great. Apex, we've talked about Apex for years and the investment that needed to be made in Apex to actually see it grow. So excited to see that investment being made in the utilities that were needed to build out those businesses that are now that we see coming in. But we have to require that the development that goes in, that it's benefits, real benefits for our communities and lasting benefits, that it has jobs for our community. Over the last year, we've seen the unemployment rate in the city of North Las Vegas go from 5.6% to 6.2 or 6.9%. That's not the direction that we need to go in. So as we look to bring in businesses, and those businesses may get tax abatements to come in, because sometimes that's what we have to do to attract those businesses. But make sure that when they open their doors, they're opening their doors to North Las Vegas residents to have those jobs in our city.
Thank you. The next question is for you. Data centers are at the epicenter of a community debate across our country, including issues of power, water, noise, air quality, and other factors. Recently, Switch and Inova have announced major expansion plans in and around the Apex area. How do you plan to incorporate community feedback and build support for these types of projects?
It's having conversations with the residents long before, when we're in the thought process of what we're going to bring in, making sure that they know that, okay, if you look at some of the neighborhoods in North Las Vegas, especially in the southern end of North Las Vegas, we've built warehouses around some of our more matured neighborhoods. Don't agree with that. But they felt that they were not at the table, and when they did have a town hall, the decisions were already made. Our residents need to be a part of those conversations because this is their city. The employees of the city and the residents of the city are our biggest assets. But for our businesses, doing business in the city, it's those residents. So having them at the table and having their concerns heard and making sure, like I said, that those businesses that come in to Apex and Switch is amazing because they invest in our community, they hire from our community, and those jobs are great paying jobs, but making sure that our children are ready for those jobs. So those workforce training has to be done. So when those businesses come here, we have the skill set with the workforce that can take those jobs on day one when they open their doors.
Thank you. So how do you feel about the data center industry? Is it something you would like to continue to attract?
You know, the data center industry is the wave of the future. We see it growing in so many communities, but we have to make sure that we make it right for Nevada. Nevada has a water issue. We've done a great job here in Southern Nevada of how we're conserving water, but we have to make sure that whoever comes in, whether it's a data center or anyone else, that we look at how it's going to impact us as for our environment, the job, the workforce that it's going to have. There is a place for data centers. Do we need to fill it up with only data centers in Apex? I don't think so. But I think there is a place for data centers in our community as long as we make sure that they follow the guidelines that we put forth as the mayor and council to make sure that our community is put first in whatever agreement, and we hold that data center to that agreement.
Thank you. All right, Councilman, back to you on data centers and its impact on the environment.
Absolutely. First, let's go back to Apex Industrial Area, ironically where the data centers will grow and develop. So we talk about job opportunities, employment, gainful employment, living wage. Because of the efforts in Apex and my role on the Southern Nevada Water Authority, we have 1,100 tradesmen and women working today in Apex building the Garnet Valley water system and the return sewer system. They're making an average wage of $80 an hour over all the trades, and this is really something that I'm proud of because this is an opportunity for North Las Vegas residents and people around our valley to have gainful employment. The data center industry is growing and it's evolving. I've visited Nova Data Center's corporate office in Salt Lake City. I've toured their facility, the 275,000 foot space they have in Apex, and then they're growing. You can do it the right way, and they're doing it the right way. They have clean energy that they produce back of meter. They partner with the energy utilities. They have a closed loop system that they do not consume water. We're very selective in North Las Vegas from an economic development standpoint to find the right partners, the right fit that fit our community and that are conservation minded and sustainable.
Thank you. So next question is for you, Councilman. Strategic growth often depends on cooperation regarding federal lands. How will you negotiate with federal agencies to ensure land use in and around North Las Vegas aligns with the comprehensive master plan?
Thank you. First, I will say we cannot do, nor would we have been able to achieve what we've done without meaningful partnerships. Partnerships with the state, partnerships with the federal delegation, and our best friend and our best partner in North Las Vegas is the BLM. They're overwhelmed with workload. We're not looking for things to do sitting around with not a long list. We work together with the BLM. We've worked together with our federal delegation to do the Apex Technical Corrections Act. That was something that was carved out of the broader lands bill that was targeted specifically at efficiencies of land acquisition, easements, ways to get developers through the process in a quicker and seamless way. That's something that we've done here in North Las Vegas that I think is a model for not only Southern Nevada, but the nation to be able to streamline processes, strip away red tape, to get businesses open and operational and employing people. So the Apex Industrial Area with the partnership with the BLM, that's why it's viable. That's why you see the development that's going on out there today, because of our partnerships, relationships, and navigating that complex system of the federal government and the bureaucracy that comes along with that.
So we have a few more seconds to talk about this. So when a developer comes in and makes an application for a land release with BLM, how do you work with them and or the BLM as it relates to the valuation to ensure that the development is compatible with the surrounding area? So
that's a two-pronged approach. Clearly, we need to lay a foundation and a path forward with the BLM for uses, the appropriate uses, affordable housing, carve-outs for municipal services and amenities for the community. For instance, Tule Springs East, the next big opportunity for North Las Vegas with UNLV, about 7,300 acres. So it's just really a concerted effort and intentional coordination to make sure that it's the right development in the right area, and we're succeeding at that.
Thank you. Assemblywoman, your thoughts on strategic growth, relationships with federal agencies, and how it works within the city's comprehensive master plan?
Well, the work that has been done getting to where we are now, and thank you for those conversations, because the city didn't do it alone. Those conversations were both the state involved with the federal government and the city. I've had the pleasure to serve in the legislature representing this city for the last 10 years. But more importantly, I've had the pleasure of building relationships with our federal delegates, not just Nevada's federal delegates, but because of the titles that I've held, delegates throughout the country, because when a vote comes up in Congress, you need everyone voting in your favor. So I have spent the last 10 years building those relationships with our surrounding delegates, as well as our own. The relationship that I have with our federal delegation is that I don't have to send a staff member to Washington, D.C. to talk and negotiate for me. I can simply pick up the telephone and have those conversations. And in having those conversations, worked with our federal delegates and shared the importance of making the BLM land available for North Las Vegas.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the next question for you may be a little less contentious. Let's talk about Hilo Park. What an incredible accomplishment for the city. Nearly a $400 million investment. How are you going to make sure that it benefits the citizens and residents, and that it works to attract that tourism and sports traffic that's intended, so that complex is ultimately very successful?
Well, Highland Park, you're right. It is exciting about what's going on there. And as we look at contracts that how we build that out, that mixed-use redevelopment, you know, the housing units that will be there, the walkable community that is scheduled to go in Highland Park. It's making sure that we as a city council, city management, when we say we're going to do something, that we do it. And as the developers build that out, they have promised us a walkable retail, dining, neighborhood services, supports where you can live, work, and play. That's what the citizens of North Las Vegas have been asking for years. The groundwork is there, and it's to ensure that the next city council, because there'll be 2 new city council members and a new mayor, that we follow through with what was there, and that if we look at if there's any tweaks we need to make improvements to it, we go ahead and do that. But we hold every business that comes in accountable to what they say they're going to do so that they meet what we have as the new strategic plan for North Las Vegas, that 20 to 2030 plan for the city of North Las Vegas. I'm excited about the sports coming here. Las Vegas is a sports destination, but what makes North Las Vegas a destination location? Highland Park is one step getting us closer to being that destination location.
Thank you. Councilman.
Have you been to the Texas Or Fiesta recently? No, because it doesn't exist. It's being redeveloped with intentionality to what Danielle said, with connectivity, walkability, really vibrant commerce and open spaces on the south side. If you drive to the corner of Rancho and Cary and Lake Mead area, you'll see literal development, buildings coming out of the ground, an anchor grocery store, shops, restaurants. That's on the south side, connected to the Lennar homes, approximately 400 home units that will be literally connected to this in a walkable fashion. On the north side, we're breaking ground next month on the sports and entertainment complex aspect of the Hilo Park, but there's way more than Hilo Park going on in North Las Vegas to revitalize and uplift the communities, especially the older parts of town. If you go to the North Las Vegas Gateway, go to City Hall, we are literally building a redevelopment project with our development partners that will transform downtown North Las Vegas. We have NSU coming to our downtown area. We're breaking ground on the 28th of March on that 30,000 square foot facility. Great things are happening in North Las Vegas in addition to Hilo Park, which I'm excited about.
Thanks for wrapping it up.
You got it. She gave me the
All
stink eye.
So, to the next question. So the city bought back the 135 acres, plan a new medical campus, right? How do you ensure that it happens? And 2, that it's providing the specialized care that your residents need?
Thank you for that question. She's talking about the 135 acre job creation zone that is at the 215 and Pecos area, just adjacent to the VA hospital. In business, you folks are business leaders here. Do you always get it right? You don't. Do you sometimes have to regroup and retool? Yes, you do. That is what we did in North Las Vegas. We had a development partner that we embarked on this major project. Timing, partnership, momentum, all those things matter. We were able to regroup, buy the land back. Now the land is 1x times what we paid, so the taxpayers really are benefiting from this opportunity in terms of the valuation of that land. We're partnering with developers and hospital operators. We're working with them. We have a small but mighty economic development team that are out there pounding the pavement, selling the North Las Vegas story, and really conveying to the community that we need more medical services in North Las Vegas. We're the 3rd largest city. We grew at 9.7% population over the last 5 years. We're at 300,000 people. We have 1 freestanding hospital. Absolutely unacceptable. That will change at the 135 acre job creation zone out by the VA hospital. These things take time. It's a process. It's intricate. It's market analysis. It's rooftops. It's payer mix. It's all those things. I've learned so much about what it takes to run a hospital, being the chairman of the Southern Nevada Health District Board of Health, as well as immersing myself in the possibilities at the 135 acre job creation zone. We are going to get there, and our residents will be the beneficiaries of that investment.
Thank you. Assemblywoman, your response?
My response, having those conversations already with the developer for that parcel. And it's making sure that we have the right partner. Yes, that land has had a few people look at it, but it's finding the right partner to build out that medical facility. Someone who builds ski resorts should not be in North Las Vegas talking about building a hospital. So having those conversations early, doing them now during the election cycle to build those relationships and making sure that we have that right partner, because we do. Our population is at right around 300,000 in North Las Vegas, and having one hospital is not key. Believe me, I know when I had a medical episode last year and having to leave our city because we did not have the resources that we needed right here. But it is working with that right partner, choosing the partner, letting them know exactly what it is that you need for those 300,000 residents that are in our city, and working with them early and knowing that, yes, there may have been mistakes made in the past, but not kicking the baby out with the bathwater. How do we work past those mistakes that have been done in the past to build towards our future? And I think we may have identified the right development partner to get this job done. We don't need a huge hospital in the north end of North Las Vegas, but we do need a hospital for our residents, along with that walkable community. And NSU, thank you. I was so happy to make sure that as Ways and Means Chair, we did the money to get that campus in North Las Vegas.
Can I ignore the clock too?
Wait a, you guys are piling on right now.
Okay.
What's going on, Councilman?
Anyway, I was watching the clock. So
I know it,
anyway.
I know it. We're
All
going
right.
to the next question.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. All right. North Las Vegas has historically been known as a bedroom community to the greater Las Vegas metro region. Not so. Now you're booming towards a complete and durable city. The things we've talked about so far indicate that. Your industrial growth and development, hospitals on the way, sports complexes on the way. As you work to update the city's strategic plan, which is, a short 4 or 5 years away, what do you think is the most important metric in that strategic plan that you will follow to ensure success?
The most important metric. If you look at the strategic plan, there's been a ton of work done on that strategic plan, and it is a great blueprint forward. The most important metric is that we don't stray far from it. The city is on a pathway. The momentum in the city of North Las Vegas is real. We cannot stray from where we're at because it'd take us completely off course. So the plan itself is the most important metric that's in that plan. But over the next 12 years, we may have some bumps in the road, and you need a mayor that is there that can navigate through that next decade of growth in the city of North Las Vegas, working with the developers, because I don't know it all. I'm not a developer. I'm a law enforcement officer who happens to be an elected official, but I have a staff who are professionals. It's making sure that we continue to keep the people in the city that know their job and are doing it well, working with the developers, the right developers that are here that put the community first. Yes, we all want to make money. We want the city to grow, but it has to grow in a sustainable way that is responsible for the citizens of North Las Vegas. They're our biggest metric. They're our biggest asset. So it's making sure that we stay the course of that plan, but that we are also nimble in making adjustments where needed to improve upon that plan.
Thank you. So my question really kind of centers around, what do you think the most important priority is, and how are you going to stay on top of it? I understand the whole plan, but is there one particular component that's like got your eye on it?
Yeah, housing, affordable housing, attainable housing, and move-up housing. Those are the biggest things.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Councilman, to you for a 1-minute response.
Okay, I'll make it quick. So to me and to business people, the metric is the voice of the people. It's customer service, it's feedback. And I will tell you about some feedback we received from our customers in 2024. Mayor Goins Brown challenged me to lead the questions 1 and 2 ballot initiative, which I did with a partnership, including the Vegas Chamber, supported us in that. And that was to save $40 million of tax overrides for North Las Vegas, specifically for public safety, police, and fire. We put that out to the community, and it passed both questions north of 80%. That is a mandate that North Las Vegas is on the right track. That does weave right into our strategic plan and our objectives. So it's customer service, it's feedback, it's data that indicates that we are heading in the right direction, and we are.
Thank you. Okay, so this was mentioned earlier by both of you. The groundbreaking for the 30,000 square foot Nevada State University building is scheduled for later this month. Super, congratulations, by the way, that's fantastic. How will this downtown campus bridge the gap for our local high school graduates and the high-tech manufacturing jobs that are coming to the Apex area? Councilman, this one's to you.
Thank you. So things don't happen easily, and the fact that we're breaking ground on NSU North Las Vegas on the 28th of March was a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of coordination that went into it. I literally remember last September being at the Vegas Chamber Fly-In, meeting Amber for the first time, meeting Matt McNair, the new chancellor, for the first time, and literally having conversations in the hallway about what's possible and what's needed in downtown North Las Vegas. And we navigated with the regions, and we looked at the fiscal impacts and could it be done. We've made substantial millions of dollars of investments from our RDA because this is a critical piece to our downtown redevelopment plan. And so I'm proud. I'm going to be there with smiles. I know Barrett Goins-Brown will be there with smiles on the 28th because of the work that has been done to lay this foundation. Now, what it does to our community, we have 1,500 students that travel to Henderson for NSU from North Las Vegas. That's a hard thing to do on a given day. Now you add a layer of public transportation to that, perhaps, even harder. These students may still go to Henderson. That's not the idea. The idea is to grow the student population of NSU by creating new opportunities for the downtown residents. I'll give you another example. We have this amazing program called the Canyon Springs Homegrown Teacher Pipeline that we've partnered with to grow our own teachers. We are woefully underserved in North Las Vegas, or have been historically, in an education space where we could either sit around and feel sorry for ourselves, or we could do something about it. We're doing something about it. Those teachers that come from Canyon Springs could potentially go to NSU, will become a teacher, work at Lincoln Elementary School, the school that I went to, or Rancho High School. That's the system that we're building, and NSU is a key and pivotal part of that in our downtown. It's going to be a catalyst. There will be high-density housing, livable, walkable, commerce, shops, entertainment. North Las Vegas will be a destination place that I will be proud to invite people to. See you all there at the North Las Vegas Gateway.
Thank you. Assemblywoman, your response.
Well, I'm excited about this because we used to have Nevada State College, and I worked with the staff at Nevada State College to work hard to change that name to Nevada State University, because that was the degree that our residents were getting. Those 1,500 students, some of them had to take a bus to get out to the campus. So last session, worked with Nevada State University again to make sure they had the funding to build that campus here in the city of North Las Vegas. But it's so much more than just those 1,500 students. It's for those parents too that maybe had thought, I want to go back to school, but I can't get to UNLV. And the next UNLV campus, that land's been sitting there since 2006, waiting to be built, working on getting that next. But now they can go right downtown in the city of North Las Vegas to go to school. Those 1,500 students don't have to get in their car to drive with gas at $5 a gallon to the other end of town. They can go to school here. But also for our seniors who are looking to maybe get back into the workforce and get a new skill, they too can go. It's so much more than just those 1,500 students.
That opens the door to the very next question, which you're going to answer. So, the first phase of the downtown core revitalization opening in 2027, the transformation of Las Vegas Boulevard, how do you plan to protect the existing small businesses from being priced out of the area and as it becomes a much more modern hub?
Wow, that is the big question when neighborhoods and communities are being gentrified, or having businesses come in and pushing out the residents that are there. We have a responsibility. It's those residents in those more mature areas that make North Las Vegas what it is. They made the investment for who this city is. We have an obligation. When contracts come before us, when people come before the city council and say, I want to build, it's up to the city council to say, this is what you can build, and this is what we require to build in this city. And it's having the conversations with those residents and those small businesses of who they want around them, because there is much a part of this decision-making as city council. Our job is to be their voice. Our job is to make sure that as the city does grow out, we do not leave them behind, because so many of them felt that they were left behind. So that's the first conversation. What do you want to see in the community? What are the businesses that we're lacking? And for that small business owner, who's that partner that you need to help you grow and be more successful?
Thank you. I think our timer got a little bit off kilter. I think AI has taken over today, so thank you
Those
for
data
cutting it
centers.
short. I know, those data centers and all those associated businesses, right? So let's talk about small business protection as you gentrify in the downtown area and make major investments. How do we take care of them, preserve them, and still grow and expand?
Does North Las Vegas and its residents deserve a nice downtown? We absolutely do. And what we're downtown and leaving everyone else out of it, or quote unquote leaving people behind. In the last few council meetings, we've adopted unanimously as a council through our RDA investments in small business. If you have a business in the RDA area on Lake Mead, Casa de Uno is a breakfast restaurant. They're taking advantage of the city. You do facade improvements, landscaping, lighting, signs outside to improve your curb appeal, to elevate your business along with the downtown redevelopment efforts of the city. The city will reimburse you up to 50%, up to $90,000. That's an incredible investment in lifting everyone. That's also being extended in another measure that we passed to residential homes. If you have a home within that RDA and the map is on the city website, you can go. You've been wanting to re-landscape your yard and paint your home and give it some curb appeal. People are proud of where they live, regardless of the zip code that they live in. I grew up in 89030. I am proud of that zip code. I lived at 27. Okay. Can you tell I'm pumped? Can you tell I'm pumped about this? This is exciting. So thank you.
But we're going to talk about the small business connector, which is related.
It is.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
So the small business